Hi, this is Kim with Mom's Creative Moments, and I am bringing you another in our series of layouts from Disneyland today. And this is from Disney California and continuing on into our adventure into the Cars area. And super fun to see the way they decorated everything for Christmas. And really amazing things they can do with like stacking radiators and doing kind of wacky things. So we've got some pictures of that to share with you, and yeah, today's layout should be fairly easy and go fairly quick. So let's check out what's in my workspace. All right, so you saw me in my red as I did my little intro just now. We're going to use red to mat some photos for this layout, and I've already put together one of my clusters, so I'm just moving it because it was sticking to my papers. This is one of the laser embellishments that came along with the borders with this collection for automobiles, and so it is really cute, and I just added a couple of stickers on the side. We'll pop this up with some foam squares when it's time to do that, but for right now I'm just gonna stick it up there so that it's out of the way. Let's see. So we've got, this is the right hand side of the layout from last time. And turning the page, I've got two more of our Fast-to-Fab inspired papers that go with the automobile collection, and we're just going to go ahead and mat some of these photos and add them to the pages and add some embellishing, and then this will be done. So super fast and easy. When you use these kinds of Fast-to-Fab type papers, you really what you need to do to add to it is really minimal, because all the design work is pretty much already done for you. So I'm just going to grab my trimmer, and we will just cut some mats here really quick. And I'm just going to cut, excuse me, I'm going to cut my paper in half. We're going to make 6 4x6 mats, and then we're going to trim our, alright, so a couple of these are going to be a little bit smaller because I wasn't super careful about how I just did that. My bad. That's not good. You know what? I have another one. Let me grab another piece. Alright, so we need 6 inches. We're going to go 6. I don't know exactly what I did, but I definitely shifted that because this is perfect. So I don't know. Weird. Okay, so we're just going to cut and make 6 mats out of this red. This is a true red cardstock that I'm using. It's currently in the line, and we've been told that it will continue to be in the line. They're not going to get rid of this one, so it will be a part of our line for the foreseeable future. And I'm going to just take 1/4 inch off each side of my photos, because that will give me a really nice thin line around to frame all of my pictures, just like that. Okay, so it's usually, I have found it is fairly easy to just look at your photo and decide which portion of your photo you can afford to just trim off 1/4 inch, which is not really much, as you can see. This is a picture of my husband. He was playing with his phone. He took a little selfie and then added a filter somehow, which had Mickey on it, which was very cute. So we've got that. This picture is of Radiator Springs, the main garage, the one with the sculpture of Stanley out front. Remember Stanley and his venerable spouse? Super fun. We got some pictures of some billboards that were around the area. In case you're curious, 1/4 inch on this trimmer is just the far edge of my cutting mat. So it makes it very easy to cut 1/4 inch off, because we don't really have to be worried about checking to make sure that, you know, the measurement is exactly right. Let's take it off the bottom here, because I just know that that's going to be 1/4 inch each time. All right, so now we've got all the mats done for that. We'll go ahead and adhere the photos. Alright, so these are all mounted on their mats now, and I'm going to go ahead and adhere them down. So depending on the feeling that you want from your layout, kind of depends on, or would make a difference in how you decide to lay your photos on. So this is kind of whimsical, imaginary, not necessarily a serious type of theme. So it's easier in this type of of a situation to go ahead and add your photos on angles and things. It contributes to the whimsy of the page. Whereas like when we did our pages for Star Trek, or Star Wars, sorry, Star Wars, it was a much more serious-minded type of, they were much more serious layouts, you know, the Rise of the Resistance and stuff. That's serious stuff. So a lot of those pictures, you might recall, are not set on angles like this. They are very, you know, squared up. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to think of embellishing. Where am I going to put my embellishments? So that would kind of determine where my pictures are going to go. I think we'll do the upper left, upper right corners, and then try to find a spot somewhere in here to put something. All right, so we've got our, whoa. It's time for a road trip. I'm going to pop this up with some foam squares. Just to give it some dimension. It's a little bit harder when you're trying to put something like this up on foam squares because you don't usually have thick enough areas where you can add a foam square without it being noticeable. So that can be a little bit tricky. I have in the past, so you've seen me go ahead and cut a foam square in half, which works. So I think that's what I'm going to do again here. Just so that I can add a couple of more narrow pieces kind of in areas that may need a little bit of a lift but are thinner. Okay, so taking off my little tabs, almost done. There we go. All right, now we should be able to add this right up here. Time for a road trip. I don't know about you guys, but my parents took me on many a road trip before I was ever old enough to drive. We drove all over. So road trips are, especially through the Southwest, are close to my heart. Okay, I put together a couple of other clusters already, just because I wanted to make things just a little bit less stressful for myself. So I just added the Jeep and the mountain sticker to this one that says nothing behind me, everything ahead of me, as is ever so on the road, which is sort of a known theme, I guess is what I'm trying to say, for road trips, right? I have a friend who's on a road trip right now with her son. He graduated from high school and decided that he wanted to go back and visit a bunch of the places that they had lived because they're a retired military family. And so just she and her son are traveling around, seeing a bunch of the places that they used to live. And yeah, sounded like it would be really fun. So Kara, if you're watching this while you're on vacation, I hope you're having a good time with Cameron. You're on my mind. All right, so we're going to stick this one up here. Nothing behind me, everything ahead of me. Okay, and then I also put together this cluster right here, which I think is really cute, and it says roads were made for journeys, not destinations. So also really cute. I'm going to need some smaller foam squares though, because these are going to be too big. So let me reach in here and grab, I think I have another sheet. Yep, there we go. The smaller ones. Okay. I think I'm going to need something for that road. Oh, everything's sticking to me. Okay. I've got one there. Let's do another couple of smaller ones. Just so that this road doesn't end up sticking down. Hello there. I had the other one already stuck to my finger. Okay. I think I'm good. Yep, I've got all the little tabs up. Since we have words here, we've got words there, I'm going to go ahead and add this to this side as our third embellishing. So you can see, I mean, we didn't really do very much, but it's still, I think, a cute finished page. And all we did was add our sticker clusters and mount all of our pictures, and everything else is good. We're going to go ahead and just add this to our pages. This is the benefit of using Fast-to-Fab inspired papers or pages, because most of your work is already done. So you can get things done very, very quickly. I don't know if I told you, or I don't know if you may not have seen the videos, but I did a Fast-to-Fab album when I was working on my dad's Celebration of Life album, and the photos from his funeral and whatnot, and that was not something that I wanted to dwell on for a long period of time. And you know, sometimes, as you've seen while we've been working our way through these pages for the Disney trip, you know, it takes a little while to get through and do a whole album if you are really working on each page and not just putting pictures on your page, but really making things stand out and emphasizing the stuff that was important and journaling and all of that stuff. It takes some time, but if you have, I think Fast2Fab pages and papers are awesome because they really enable you to fly through an album. If you need to do something quickly, you can really get stuff done in a hurry. Well, so what do you think? Let me know in the comments. Make sure that you have subscribed so you don't miss any of my videos. And thanks so much for joining me on this really quick adventure. This one was really fast today, but hopefully that'll enable you to watch maybe one that you had to skip for some reason. Thanks again, and until next time, I hope you have many more creative moments. Have a great day.